Hi guys, my name is Hannah Stone, and my speech is on Walt Disney World, which is my best vacation ever. As I stood in the entranceway of Walt Disney World, I heard laughter, screams of terror as all the rides reached its peak, and music all around. You know, the kind of music that makes you think you're happy, even if you're a depressed workaholic, that kind of music. I was unsure about the immaturity of the place in the beginning. I had seen cheesy commercials about Disney World on TV. But from the look of it at that moment, I had a change of heart, and I felt like I could use a vacation, so why not? From minute one, I'd already been approached by two princesses and a dwarf. The people all around looked like they had never had a bad day in their entire life. The atmosphere was surrounded with smiles and happiness, so I jumped right in. The first thing I did was took a picture by the castle. I know it may seem childish, but it was as magical as everyone said it was. Next, I had to ride the famous Tower of Terror. Although I was terrified of heights and dropping, I thought I'd give it a shot. Once I was elevated above the whole park, I had the best view of all the rides that I wanted to do next. But then I dropped, and boy was that scary. So after that ride, I decided I might just scope out the pools and soak up some sun. I ended up staying there until the sun went down. I couldn't wait to see what tomorrow had in store for me. The next morning, I woke up to the sound of crystal blue waterfalls outside of my window. It was such a relaxing sound, and I made up my mind that morning that I wanted to find teenagers my age to ride rides with that day. Well, that wasn't very hard, because Disney is full of people of all ages. There were families with young kids, there were single moms with toddlers, there were teenagers without parents, and even newlyweds came to Disney World for their honeymoon. I ended up joining the first group of teenagers in line for Rock and Roller Coaster. This is an indoor roller coaster, and it's really dark, so you cannot see where you're going. I have always had a fear of roller coasters, but since this was a once-in-a-lifetime vacation, I decided I wanted to try everything. The kids were super nice, and they all comforted me that the ride was worth it. And after the ride was over, I realized I had conquered my fear of roller coasters, and I rode it again and again. Now, let me tell you about the restaurants. There was a different one on every corner. Whatever you wanted, it was there. They had a fantastic Italian restaurant with salted pretzel bread as an appetizer, and I decided that one was my favorite. And every time you turned your head, your drink was refilled, even if you only took one sip. Toward the end of my vacation, we went to a restaurant that had the best of both worlds, a generic cafe, but it was also upper class, and some of the Disney stars walked around and greeted everyone and even gave out their autograph. After trying every type of food from every culture that you could think of, I was satisfied and stuffed. After 6 days of sunshine and meeting the most friendly people, I had to pack up and say my goodbyes. I concluded my trip with a train ride around the whole park, and I enjoyed the relaxation and scenery of the most memorable vacation I had ever had. The car ride home was depressing, but I made so many memories that I will hold on to until my next vacation to this magical land.